So guys, we're out here in the Hunter Called Wild once again, and today we're here on Layton Lakes to test out the brand new update that just dropped. I know this video is probably going to be a little bit late, but I wanted to get it out as soon as possible. So let's take a look at the new weapons that we have. First is probably everybody's favorite, the Crossbow. I'm really looking forward to using this and seeing just how it performs, and the scope is interesting. You can see it's a 3-pin scope, and they're zeroing with it 10, 30, and 50. I'm going to have to see how all that works. But next, the Recurve Bow. I have the snakeskin one with me that looks really good. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work. I could have gone to the range with these weapons, but to be quite honest, I just want to get out here and hunt with them. And we also have the 22, which hopefully we're going to get a chance to use on rabbits. It does take the Hyperion scope. I just checked that out. I'm really excited to see if we can find ourselves a few rabbits and take them down. But first we're going to go to the lakes. We're going to test out the new bows, and we'll see if we can get any nice animals with them. So I've managed to get into a herd of elk. They're all kind of just sitting in front of me right now. I'm just trying to crawl to a spot where we can actually see where I'm aiming with the crossbow, because I just want everyone to see how exactly it performs. We're going to be zeroed for 10 because we're actually really close. That's a bull. We'll take him. Alright. That is a hit. It looked like vital blood from what I could tell, and he is dropping rather quickly, so I would say it is. So it seems like the zeroing would be with the top pin then, based off just that alone. But it looks like our first harvest with the crossbow is going to be a bull elk. Not too bad. And I'm just noticing as I track down here, these zag tactics are still alive and well, so that update changed nothing with those. As long as this guy weighs 346 kilograms, we are still good with our diamond finding tactic, and he does. It was just a single lung shot, so I kind of missed the center of the chest. I wanted to go for double lung, but looks like a good bit of penetration there. That looks pretty good. So we're going to head down here to the lake. We're going to try a bit of a longer shot and see if we zero for 30 meters, if the top pin is still 30. We've got a blacktail buck here, and I don't think the 420 grain arrows are going to be ethical, but he is right about 30 meters. So let's zero for 30, and we're going to go with the top pin again. And he is just dead instantly. So I'm thinking that's how it works. I think the next step is to try 50. And by the way, guys, I realized I used the 420 grain arrows on that elk. So or the 420 grain bolts, I should say. That wasn't even the correct arrows, and he dropped that fast. So I'm going to have to try the 600s on another elk or maybe a moose. But that was actually quite impressive. I realized that after I picked him up, that I didn't even use the heaviest bolts possible. We got this guy through the spine and lung. Integrity bonus is only 40% on a blacktail with the 420 grain bolts, which I knew would be the case since they're a weapon class 2. I didn't really think they would actually give any integrity. I'm happy to see there's a bit, at least for some weapon scorer experience if you're not level 60 already. Oh, alright. So that is a white-tailed rabbit warning thump. So that means we've got one right down here. I have no idea how we're possibly going to spot it down here in all this brush. But I imagine they'll run away just like any other animal after they give a warning thump. But I wonder, do they come back to the same area? That's kind of a rabbit thing to do, especially in the Hunter Classic. You get rabbits coming back to where they first sat. So we're going to sneak over here. We'll see if there's any kind of sign of it, and maybe we'll just be able to see it. I keep hearing things. I think it's a rabbit, but I'm losing my mind. Oh, wait. Okay. There is a bunny's ears right there. The question is... Oh, there we go. Not bad. First rabbit is down, and oh my goodness, they're everywhere. Maybe I should have looked around a little more. I'm just going to kind of hang out and see where they go, though. But that was pretty cool. It's not a very loud gun at all. I'm quite happy with that. We had another warning thump from a male. Oh, there's one right there. Did I spook it? I might have. Kind of lost sight of it. But I think I heard a deer give a warning call, which means the spook radius on this gun is not that crazy. Skull shot on this guy, dropping a trophy rating of 3.1 is a silver. And they do have a fur type of brown, and I saw another one that was lighter colored. The one that I just spooked right down here was lighter colored. There's a bunch of disturbed vegetation here, though. I'm just going to check quickly if this is from rabbits or if that's something else. And we've got what I think is rabbit droppings here, and it is. But this disturbed vegetation is from a gray, and I'm thinking that's going to be the color of the light-colored rabbit. So they do leave disturbed vegetation. That's actually interesting. I really didn't think they would. We've got them right here in the brush in front of us. I'm just trying to actually spot one. They are insanely hard to see. You can see like the brush moving here, and there's actually one right there. Get that spotted. Put your head back up. I love the animation they do when they flip over when you shoot them. That is really cool. It looks like headshots are the way with this. Looks pretty good. This one is a trophy rating of 2.9, a bit smaller than the last one, but they actually have vitals. I wonder, I'm going to go for a lung shot on one and see if the 22 gets the penetration to get it, because from what I'm seeing on the headshots, we're really not penetrating that far at all, but it might work. And I'm really starting to think they actually do try to go back to where they first came from, because I'm hearing them sneaking around again already, and there's a warning thump right there. So I'm thinking that's the case. They try to go back to like a little area that they have, like a nest or a den, whatever you want to call that. And yeah, I hear them coming back this way, so I'm just going to sneak away from these trees, because when they come out into this little opening, we'll probably have a chance to actually get a shot. There's one right there. That's a male. Ah, I forgot to go for lungs. Jeez. Well, that means we get one more rabbit. And there's a buck up on top of the hill giving a warning call. I don't think he's more than 200 meters away, so the spook radius on this gun is definitely not too bad. We're going to grab this rabbit. We're going to probably just sit right back there in the trees and see if they come through here again and actually go for a lung shot. I hear them already. Wait, I'm not in my spot yet. Hang on. But yeah, that's definitely the case. They're starting to come back to where we first spooked them from. And I'm just going to sneak back into here. I hear one behind me. Oh, hello. Stop, please. So, either we got lungs, or that was just a coincidence, but that was actually a different animation, and a very realistic one, I must say. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of him. He was a level 2, so he's our biggest one so far. Maybe if we get down here. Pretty cool. 4.8 trophy rating on him. I just now realized the trophy rating is the weight in kilograms rounded. So you see 4.76 on the weight, 4.8 trophy rating. I'm not sure that's a thing, but we're going to have to test it on another one if we see it, or we can just go back and look at the other ones in the video. But a lung shot is possible. We managed to get a few to come back here. There's no males, but I'm going to go for a headshot on one of these, I think. Just want to test the trophy rating idea that I had. Man, was that a solid thunk when it hit the ground. But yeah, they seem to be going back to where they first came from, and there's a warning thump over there exactly where that was. So if I could find where I shot my rabbit. This one is 2.87 kilograms and 2.9 trophy rating, so I'm pretty sure that is the case. The trophy rating is their weight, so basically you need a really heavy one to have a really high scoring one. But I think that's going to be it for rabbit hunting unless we just trip over more on our way. I want to finish testing the crossbow and get a few shots out of the recurve as well. So we've just caught up to the rabbits. There's actually what I think is a gray right here, so I'm going to try to get him as he trots. God, the animations are so good. I really, really am happy with that. Goodbye. Good. They are speeders. Wait. Okay, I thought I saw an albino elk. I did not. It was a white butt. But, yeah, I think this will be our first gray rabbit. And he is. We got him with a lung shot. 3.4 trophy rating, and he's only a silver. So, yeah, it's definitely got to be closer to 5 or 6 if you want a diamond rabbit. So I'm just backing away from this doe now. She is just about 50 meters there. We're going to actually stand up so we can see and go for the shot while she stands there. And just like that, she is dead. This crossbow is nuts. I can't wait to see what the other dots on the scope actually do. Got a warning call from a deer up there, so it's not that loud. It's not like it's spooking everything in the area either. It actually sounds quieter, or about as quiet as the compound, but I think it's going to have a higher spook radius. That would just make sense. But I can't wait to see what the other dots on the crossbow scope do, because... Oh, look at that. Trophy rating 0.0. So that's changed. There's going to be decimal on everything now. But it just seems weird to see the 0.0 on a female. But anyway, yeah, if you can be this effective at 50 meters with a crossbow, I can't wait to see how far you can go with it, because I'm pretty sure you could probably go out to 70 plus, to be quite honest, if you can figure out where to aim. We've got a whitetail doe sneaking in here. I think it's time to test out the recurve. It's going to be really tough, but I think I have an idea of what to do just from playing Classic. And I'm thinking we'll have to aim right about there. Well, that worked. Alright, I will admit I took one shot at the flagpole and one shot at a tree on my way down here. I took one shot right there at the lodge and one while I was coming down, but I didn't really think that I would shoot it right in the spine like that. Looks like the wrong part of the spine is lighting up, but these 540 grain arrows, what I saw, they are a weapon class 3, and it's giving 100% integrity on whitetail. So my guess is one of two things. They might actually be as powerful as something like the almost 600 grain arrows or bolts with the crossbow. They might be almost that powerful, or it's the fact that the bow is a bit lighter, and you're shooting a heavier grain broadhead to make up for that. I'm not sure if that's the case, but the fact that it's a weapon class 3 would make me think that it actually is somewhere up there with the 600 grain arrows with the compound bows. So I'm going to try to test that again on a blacktail. I want to see if that gives integrity, because of course they are a lower class animal than a whitetail, and I'm guessing there'll probably be some down here at this lake. This is actually extremely interesting, because look where I am right now. I am right down by the starting lodge, and I can say from personal experience I have never had moose out in this field, so I wonder if the addition of the rabbits has actually changed some of the locations animals hang out in, because this is like blacktail heaven down here. It always has been. I wanted to come here to test out the recurve on blacktail, and it's pretty much never let me down for blacktail. There is not a blacktail track here, so I wonder if that has changed things. And like I said, I've never had moose down here. That part really surprised me when I saw moose standing out in the reeds, though. So I'm going to have to see. I'm going to come back here a few more times, probably after the video, and see if that's the case, see if I get any blacktail here, or if it's just more moose. And that's actually not a bad moose at all. I really want to get him with the crossbow. I've loaded the 600 grain bolts, so we are good for him. We're just going to let him come in probably to like 30 meters and try out that on a moose. We'll see if we can get him in the heart or spine, depending on the angle he gives us. So he is on his way, approaching 30 meters right now, and he is stopping, so I think we'll have to go for heart, or actually he's going to walk a little bit closer. Let's see if he stops again, because I actually do want to try a heart shot, but he's actually getting closer to 20 meters now. I just dropped my zeroing down to 10. We'll have to aim just a tad high, I think. And just like that, big bull moose down with the crossbow, so that should be a gold. It should be our first gold with the brand new crossbow. That is pretty cool. 179 trophy rating, and he is 865 gold. Got him through the heart, lung, and it looks like that was about the end of the penetration. It looks like it actually got out to the end of the lung, though, so we could have gotten back into the liver at least, I believe. So I've made it to this lake, and we've got a blacktail doe coming in, so as soon as she stops, we're going to go for the shot with the recurve, which apparently is going to be right there, and I think right about there should be the spot. And of course she started walking, but we hit her in the intestines, and there's a ton of blood there, so I'm starting to think this probably won't be ethical just based off of that. Generally, when you can make a bad shot and get this much blood, it's usually not ethical, though. That's a vital hit. Maybe I actually aimed a little bit too far to the right, which would mean that I actually hit better than I thought, but it looked like I hit her closer to the hind end than the front end, but we'll find out here rather shortly, because she really didn't go anywhere. We'll see what we got for a hit and exactly what the integrity bonus is. Integrity bonus is 0, and that's actually an intestine shot that gave us a vital hit, so I pretty much hit where I thought. And basically, with the only ammo that I saw for the recurve, they're not going to give integrity on blacktail. So that is what I wanted to test. That is pretty much going to be it for this video. This update is awesome. I can't wait to do a lot more rabbit hunting, get a lot more experience with this crossbow, probably do some bow hunting for diamonds with the crossbow and recurve, but we'll have to see in the future. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.